Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. Today we're going to do a focus on divine masculine and we'll do a divine masculine reading. We'll see what's going on in their karmic life, what's happening with their energetic development, what kind of spiritual awakening are they having, and of course we'll see what kind of actions are they taking. At the end, I'll pull some cards to see how the twins feeling towards each other right now. So I'll actually use the Hermit Tarot deck for that. All right, we'll start with an oracle card. And because we have quite a few cross watchers on the feminine side, we'll start with a card for divine feminine watching. What do we need to know right now? Polish your mirror for perfect clarity, and it's number 21. The number in numerology is number of new beginnings, right? So you need, it's one of the habits from Stephen Covey. If you know that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it's a bestseller, one of the classics in many different areas because you can apply it to pretty much anything, right? And one of the rules is to sharpen the saw, I think it's called, where sometimes you're supposed to stop, even though your mind keeps saying that something's wrong with it, because I'm gonna lose something if I don't keep producing and doing and moving forward. But sometimes the best choice you can make is to pause, sharpen your sword, and you can replace it with whatever tool you're using. In your spiritual business, maybe you just need to reset yourself, refresh, get yourself into a good space, get inspired again, and then continue, and it will be much more productive, right? You won't be like essentially spending all of your energy on just to keep going. That's not very productive if you think of it from the logistical perspective. And don't even get me started about the way you're going to feel with it, right? So this is something like that. For this new beginning, just going to be something different, something new level. You need more clarity, right? So polish your mirror, whatever is going to help you see things more clearly. And a lot of times what it means is without emotional filter on top of it, whether it's positive or negative, whatever the strong emotion could be about, whatever it may look like, feel like, it's creating that fog. Sometimes they also say brain fog, but this is like the energy fog, where you can really see people, places, situation for what they are. What do we have for the masculines? Number 3. 21 was also a 3, actually, which is interesting. Allow your work to become your art, right? So this is showing your creative nature in what you do. It doesn't have to be just like actual 9-to-5 job, right? It can be anything you do, but bringing something creative, something unique, at least something fun, right? Like if those words are intimidating, then start with something fun. And it will be driven from that sacral chakra. You'll see how that creative vibe is going to be woven into it. Okay, we'll use the good tarot today. I know I haven't used the movie tarot for a while, just remembered about it before getting started, but another time. I have so many decks recently that I'm just overwhelmed with everything. For those who need a reminder, this week we used 3 new decks. So there was a Celtic tarot deck, like all the Irish kind of Celtic vibe with the rituals and everything. There was a mythology. Oracle of the Fairies, which is like the pinkish deck with lots of fairies in the pictures. And there are also love oracle cards, like the black cards with symbols and messages of love or about love. All right, so we'll do the 9-card read for the masculine. So for the energy space, we have the Ace of Earth. We have Queen of Fire. And we have Messenger of Water. Wow. For the karmic part or 3D side of things, we have the Emperor. Very interesting. We have 8 of Air. We have Page of Water. And then for the action that the masculines are taking, we have Messenger of Earth. There are actually quite a lot of messengers and pages here. 5 of Earth and 10 of Water. Wow. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Water. So there is some kind of reminiscence of how things used to be easier, I'm hearing. Somehow they were easier and now it's gotten complicated and there is some sadness. It's like, you know, on the one hand, you understand that you're moving forward with something more prosperous, interesting, beautiful. On the other hand, you're thinking, well, but you know, I like that life. I had so much fun there. You know, I had so much love in my life and whatever else applies, right? Like I had all these things. I was happy, right? So of course your brain is like thinking like that was that picture of happy. I want that now. But it's all about growth and evolution. And I don't know what's with this light. Come on. There we go. This is my TV show for those who are new to the channel. You can find it by searching. There we go. It fell once. I think that was it for it. Now the light just misbehaves. But then there's a live episode every Friday night, but all of the episodes are also then available as recordings. It's a podcast on every podcast platform, and also it's available on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Where else? Yeah, those are the X as well. So yeah, you can just search for Mindfully Awake, or there's also a playlist link in the description box where I'm gathering it into my own playlists, and you can check out the episodes. The last one was really good. It was about passive aggressive behavior, where is it coming from and how to address it. So anyways, so some kind of reminiscence of the good old days. A little bit of a sadness that it's, you know, things were easier then. You know, like I didn't really appreciate it back then. A little bit of wishful thinking that I wish this was now or it was there or something like that. But anyway, moving on. For the energy space, we have the Ace of Earth, the Queen of Fire, and the Messenger of Water. Yeah, so there's a lot of heart awakening that's happening for the masculines right now. And the interesting part of it is that it's actually bringing in these opportunities connected with resources, right? It's a little, it can be sounding counterintuitive, but actually makes a lot of sense, because the more masculines open up to who they really are, what they want in life, what's important, right? More towards their inner fire, more towards the expression of love, and that, I don't want to say longing for love, but the necessity to have that love in their life. You know, it's bringing about more ways in the physical of how that could be achieved, right? Or what to do with this newfound energy, this newfound knowledge. So it's like, and resources, by the way, also include like your inner resources, right? So it's actually bringing that heart chakra awakening is bringing in more energy and more resources to create something in the physical world. And that's usually what masculines are geared towards anyway, right? So they may start getting these different ideas of like, oh, you know, I want to try out this new hobby, or I want to plan this trip, or I want to improve the conditions on my workspace, or something like that, you know. I love that it's Queen of Fire actually here and not the King, because it means there is also a strong telepathic connection with the feminine energy. So they're actually, you can say they're getting inspired and motivated by the feminine, but they're actually literally kind of like getting that energy vibe. You know, it's like there is like this thread between the two in the 5D that connects them, you know, and the more feminine elevates her vibe, the more of that elevation the masculine gets. And sometimes they heal some kind of karmic wounds, and then feminine energetically benefits from that as well. Usually some kind of connection, like the only caveat here is that the feminine usually heals that feminine templates, right? And that impacts the masculine in the way that they relate to feminine energy within and without. And then the masculines usually heal unhealthy masculine patterns and templates, right? And that impacts feminine in a way that she relates to masculine energies within and without. All right, what's happening in the karmic life? We have the Emperor, Three of Air, and Page of Water. Yeah, so this, again, this to me is a little bit about like wishing that things were simpler, but feeling the pressure to step into their power and to be more mature, to be more empowered, you know, to make decisions in their life for themselves and actually want to make decisions. You know, sometimes, especially like even people who go into these, who are on the spiritual path, a lot of times they don't really take an active part in what's happening. And right, there's a bit of a search of a balance sometimes where we get carried away with the whole kind of like going with the flow, or, you know, I'll see what the universe brings to me, right? We get, I mean, it's fine for a while, but it's almost like it's also like there's an ebb and flow to it, right? You aren't supposed to be in that state for too long. And sometimes you can get like, you can train yourself that way. Like, I need to trust, I need to trust, I need to let go, I need to stop doing actively, right? And then we like it, and it's like, okay, there's less responsibility and less pressure on me now. And then it can be hard to get into the acting space again and make decisions and decide, especially when it impacts people around you, not just yourself. So this is that part where masculines are getting themselves into the mode of deciding. And it's not easy because the decisions they've made or the actions they've taken before have broken their heart, right? They've been unsuccessful and they're cautious about being in that position again. Also, there is this is like the inner child energy that I'm getting, that their inner child is struggling with like needing more support, more attention, more nurture. And it's very important, and it's not very easy, but it's still important while they're in the Emperor energy to be able to go within and to nurture that inner child, or there is somebody around who can help nurture the inner child in them. Otherwise, the Emperor can go into the disintegrated energy of the Emperor, where they could be, you know, too harsh or stubborn or even aggressive, right? When being in that decision-making mode. What action are the masculines taking? Messenger of Earth, Five of Earth, Ten of Water. So definitely masculines are looking into the space of finding inner peace, right? And understanding how important good energy, good communication is in their life. Not just get in my way, very big difference between getting what I want or like, you know, versus good energy where it's a win-win and there is a flow and, you know, we're on good terms regardless of how it ends, right? So they're seeing the quality difference in that in that interaction with the world, and they're focusing more on bringing more of that win-win strategy in the communication, both towards themselves and towards others. So there are no victims, so there are no people who would be then left with nothing while the other person takes everything, regardless of whether they are on the giving or receiving end, right? It's a disbalance, and they want to bring more balance. I also get with this messenger of fire that they're actually, the messenger is the knight, by the way, that they actually want to express some kind of idea, some kind of passion of theirs towards feminine. It could be just sharing about their own life, for those who just got very excited, the cross watchers. For others, it will be about a relationship. So there's something that they are excited about and they want to share with you, feminines who are watching. So for masculines watching, I would say do it. Make sure that it's a little bit filtered through, like, you know, the other person can get also too excited and carried away. So be like, get yourself into that peace of mind before you start a conversation, so that it's received in the right way. And if by some chance you already build it up and already announced that it's going to be something exciting, then don't, you know, don't break their heart by just saying like, oh, this is what I found out about my childhood. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm so happy for you. But deep down they were waiting for something completely different. Okay, messages between the twins. I used to do just messages from masculines, but I figured for masculines watching, they would want a message from the feminine, right? That would be a treat for them. I'm gonna take this because I haven't asked the question yet. So first we're gonna start with one Ace of Pentacles again. We'll start with a message from masculines to feminines watching. What would the masculines like to share with the feminines at this time? We have, do you even care? I wish things were different. I've talked about this a lot already. Oh, I lie awake thinking about our future, and it fell out together with sex. Definitely there are some naughty thoughts in that messenger. Well, actually this is messenger of earth, right? We had Queen of Fire here. Yeah, so definitely there is some sexual energy. And I talked about that connection on the 5D space, and that's what's awakening this kind of urges and emotions from masculines towards feminines, right? But they also are thinking that, you know, right now I don't even know exactly where my feminine is. Do they still want this with me? Who are they even? You know, what's their view? What's their goal right now, right? And they understand that for one or another reason, whatever your situation is, this is a collective read, that it's not going to be very easy to even have that conversation, right? Or to find out somehow. Maybe you guys are in separation. Maybe you just didn't end on very good terms the last time you spoke, right? Or the masculines already pushed their feminines away somehow, right? And they understand that now it's almost like the trust needs to be rebuilt before they can raise something like that in a conversation. What are the messages from the feminines towards the masculines watching? What would the feminines like to say? Wow, have a lot today. It's okay. I'm obsessed with your body. I can't even look at you right now. Have I lost everything? So there is definitely, and here we have, I need more time. And if I follow you, I could lose everything. So there's definitely, they are also feeling the sexual pull, the attraction. They want things to work out. But they understand that right now, in this moment in time, they don't see this unfolding like right here, right now. Right? And there could be different karmic situationships around this. There could just be, you know, personal healing and inner work that's happening that is actively in progress, and it's going to be too much to kind of distribute the energy too widely and try to also support a serious relationship. So feminines realize they need to take time for themselves right now. They need to run with it, whatever is happening within their own right. They do hope that they haven't lost everything yet with the masculine, and they will be able to come back and talk to them and be with them when they feel better within their own right, and when they can also talk to masculines in a more wholesome and loving way. You know, like if you're in some kind of distress or you're going through something yourself, it can be hard to just switch it off and be all kind of friendly and warm, especially if the person you're talking to has hurt you before, you know, like it may not be the best way to do it. And sometimes, and it's okay, we kind of subconsciously, we keep ourselves into more of a safe container where we don't trigger, like we don't put ourselves in triggering situations. We don't go out to talk to people who we know have triggered us before, have hurt us before, and we're kind of instinctively, intuitively, we're staying away from those because we understand that right now we need to preserve our peace and have a safe container to work through whatever we're working with. And then we can be strong and brave and go out and deal with anyone and anything. Okay, this was a little long, but hopefully it was helpful. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with others who may benefit from this type of information. I love you guys, and until next time.